Seacoast family is sharing their loved one's 4-year battle with schizophrenia.
Eli Robinson, the brother of NBA player and Newcastle native Duncan Robinson, died in April after jumping off the Piscataqua River Bridge. Kelly O'Brien sat down with the family and shares more about the disease, what it looked like for Eli, and what they believe led him to his death.
It is hard to talk about him. It's very raw.
5 months ago, the Robinson family got the worst news you can get. Their beloved Eli, a creative and kind soul who was a friend to all, had lost his 4-year battle with schizophrenia after the voices in his head drove him to jump off the Piscataqua River Bridge for the second time.
He was tortured. He was so distressed by this that he felt like the best possible option was to take himself out.
Eli was 31 years old when he was diagnosed with the rare, incurable disease that affects less than 1% of the U.S. population.
It is a disease of a lifetime. The majority of patients will need to be on medications indefinitely.
This started a very long period of time of having our hopes like, yes, this is going to be this can work, and then it would slowly stop working.
The family believes Eli's use of marijuana is where the schizophrenia stems from, since there's no trace of it in their family. In recent years, research from the National Institutes of Health has pointed to more and more cases being connected to early marijuana use when the brain is still developing.
The more marijuana people use and the earlier that they use it, the more likely they are to develop schizophrenia.
For Eli, the voices were deafening, constantly telling him his family was in danger, leading him to need to protect the people that he loved.
It was just a lot of paranoia, a lot of fear around our family specifically, being in danger, us not being safe.
But there were a lot of good moments too, when Eli was lucid and in a good place.
I think all of our hearts were just breaking for him, because he was ultimately the one, far more than us, on that hamster wheel of experiencing the highs and lows on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis.
The voices becoming louder when Eli got sober, something that he was fiercely proud of. In the months since his death, the family has fought to make bridges safer. It's something the state is actively looking into with a task force made up of New Hampshire and Maine officials. Signs with 988, the national suicide hotline number, were added to the bridge earlier this year. But the family wants to see more done, like adding barriers and netting.
Right now, if you go up there, it's not hard. Anybody can get up there and jump.
This is all about saving lives, and so that's what that task force is working on, and I look forward to seeing their recommendations.
The Robinsons say they had the means to support him and his battle in a way that many families can't. Turning their pain into purpose, they're in the beginning stages of creating the Robinson Family Foundation to help families with loved ones in Eli's shoes. They're sharing his story to show that he was a real person with people who really loved him.
And I think that there's a hopefulness, at least from us, despite the tragedy, that this can be potentially a lightning rod, at least in this community that we're in here.
Since Eli's passing, hundreds of people have donated well over $100,000 to the Seacoast Mental Health Center in Eli's name. If you or someone you know is struggling, help is available 24/7. You can always dial 988, the National Suicide Hotline, or utilize the many local resources we have here in New Hampshire. You can find more information on those local resources on our website.